mtoto anataka. It wasn't me. So it was the baby alikuwa na cravia.
Unatumwa kama kuku saa 6 usiku. Uende utafute kuku specific, walk around, unapata kuku. The moment you reach that kuku, then it's done. Atikului. That day, the whole house was just being decorated because people were in pain. So they just put everywhere. She hid the sex
Gender,
of the baby, the gender. She was like, what a juatu.
But you used to call the baby she.
So
he actually forgot his phone.
Bag yangu
akachukua remote.
Bag ni ya blue, sasa si ya green.
Hi, my name is Marion and Edwin.
Hi, I'm Edwin Nasani.
And this is our Burn in the Oven stories. It all started in the year 2015 when we got married and we were looking forward in getting children. I remember it took us around 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
It was our decision.
Yes. So when we conceived after 1 year, we were very excited about the news. We couldn't wait to have the baby. Personally, I was so excited about it. I started buying clothes every time I went to the market.
The first man.
Yes, the first man. I went to the market. I started shopping for clothes for the baby. And then later on, cravings after 3 months. Actually, even before the cravings, I remember I had the pregnancy used to cause me to vomit every now and then. Then I used to work, so it kind of affected me. I couldn't concentrate. And I remember the first 3 months I had to quit my job because I had some spottings. So I was advised to take some bed rest. That's why I had to stop working, and I took some bed rest. And then the cravings started. I remember I used to...
where the problem is. In fact, you should allow me to say about the cravings because...
Okay, Selma.
This is at the point, unatumwa kama kuku saa 6 usiku. Uende utafute kuku specific, na ikuwe kuku specific. Kwe ishapimwa, ushaambiwa mpaka penye imepikwa uende itafute.
You know,
then you walk around, unapata kuku. The moment you reach that kuku, then it's done. Atikului.
You know,
harufu isha.
as I used to say, sio mimi nilikuwa nataka. I used to tell you, mtoto anataka. It wasn't me. So it was the baby alikuwa na cravia. Whatever I was asking for.
Funny, the baby ametoka. Apendi kinulikuwa na cravia. Sasa nashindwa huyu mtoto alikuwa na.
Apparently, yeah. So anyway, I used to crave for things, but once imefika on the table, then I don't want it again. So it was a bit challenging on his side because he used to feel so bad. You are the one who pressured me to buy this. How comes you don't want it? So what should I do? But I thank God for the grace. At least alipata your grace to at least kuni understand throughout. But I can recall there was an incident. I was craving for mokimo. It was around 7 p.m. So I just closed my eyes and I pictured a green mokimo. Mpaka harufu yenyewe, I could literally smell it. That is what I wanted then. What I did, nikaangalia, what do I have in the kitchen? Do I have the potatoes or the ingredients? I found out that I didn't have all the ingredients. So I went out, started shopping for the ingredients. Since it was a bit late, I couldn't get a certain boga. I don't know how people call it, but sisi tunaita risebebe, the pumpkin leaves. So that is the ingredient that is used to like kuweka kwa hiyo mokimo. So nilikosa hiyo ingredient moja. So I had to replace it with spinach. Once I cooked that food, the kind of smell I had, I started crying from the kitchen because according to me nilikuwa nasikia harufu ingine mbaya. So I was hungry by then. I need to eat, but ijatoka vile nilikuwa nataka. So I remember my hubby came, namwambia hii chakula inanuka ni kama choo, inanuka kama choo. Akamwambia no, this food is okay. I said no, it's not okay. So I was just eating, closing my nose, na hisi njaa, but I just had to do it. Those were one of those crazy moments I had.
See uongo because mimi nilimalizia mokimo by the way because ilikuwa ni funny, mtu amepika anakula akilia, nashindwa nani alikuingiza kitchen. Funny, nani alikuingiza kitchen because ni wewe uli decide that that's what you wanted. So
but you know, when you're pregnant, you really don't know what you want. You just have crazy feelings, awkward moments and all that. And there was also another incident. I remember I bought some, what do they call, omena. I tried cooking again. I felt that harufu wasn't so pleasing. So I had to wrap it and throw it somewhere huko kwa kitchen. Ifunike, I didn't want to see it again. So throughout the first pregnancy, I think I didn't quite have a particular craving because it was all kind of mixed. I want this, once I get it, I don't like it, and all the vomiting throughout. But all in all, it was okay. I remember my husband used to go with me for the clinics, checkups. We used to go together. There was no time he missed the clinics. We used to go together from day one.
The scannings.
Yeah, and the scannings. Yeah, by the way. Yeah, by the way, and all the scannings we went together. He was all there, supportive and all that. So it occurred the day of the D-Day, the Labor Day. I was actually, I didn't know how I'll react. It was my first time mothers, so anxious and all that. So the labor pain started around 3 a.m. And then it wasn't so much, as in equal too much painful. So I was able to bear it. But so what we did with my husband at around 7 or 8 in the morning, we went to the clinic together.
But you should talk about the night to the Labor Day. I remember that day, the whole house was just being decorated because people were in pain. So they just put everywhere. There's this black sellotape, the one used for.
I remember. I don't know where I got the strength.
She became a designer. She just designs the house with the sellotape everywhere. This is how I want it.
Oh yes.
Is what. And that night we couldn't sleep because people were designing the house. So is it?
I didn't know the next day I would go for labor. Yeah, I do remember that day. It was very awkward of me. I don't know how I even got to the roof huko juu, but I did it. The whole house was so totally different and looking great. The next day I started now laboring. Very early in the morning.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, the house was very good, by the way. It was very good, even though you didn't compliment it then, but the house was ilikuwa poa sana. Now on the Labor Day, sisi hao 7 a.m. tumetoka kwa nyumba mbio. I tell my husband, ndio hiyo imeanza, tafuta bag iko mahali fulani tuende. So my husband mbio kuchanganyikiwa kidogo, tumeteremka downstairs, namwambia, can you please call the cab? Hey, anatoa remote kwa mfuko. I'm like, are you serious?
I knew.
Sasa ulibebaje remote?
Nilijua lazima
lazima niseme hii. Ulibebaje remote? It was that time of.
But ilikuwa ni pressure, ilikuwa ni kwangu because you're there. I don't know where to mali pa kushika. I don't know what to do.
So he actually forgot his phone.
Bag yangu
akachukua remote.
Bag ni ya blue, sasa si ya green. Bag nini, as in things were just disorderly mpaka nikachukua remote. By the way, I had to pick remote kama simu. Fika chini nikitaka ku call cab ndio nagundua kumbe I had gone with the remote. But funny, we reached the hospital tena kumbe time bado.
I was told, yeah.
So to me, I was told you just go because ilikuwa ni Marion Immaculate and the husband was not supposed to be hapo kwa labor kama ana give birth. So nikaambiwa we rudi. But nikiambiwa we rudi kumbe hata the time was not yet. So my wife was told go back tena ukisikia hivi.
And then I come back, of
I
which
had gone with the key.
I went, wacha ku fast forward hapo. So me, I went back home. Kufika kwa nimepanda hadi 4th floor and I was in labor. Sasa kujaribu kuangalia funguo sina. I remember, oh, babe alikuwa na key. Calling him.
Ilikuwa uachwe kwa hospitali huko.
No, I was told to go back home. So what would I have done there? So I went back to call, where's the key? Oh, I forgot I went with the key. Umefika wapi? He was a bit far. So mimi ndo huyo pacing around hapo kwa corridor nje. I couldn't even alert my neighbors, wangeanza maybe kureact. I didn't want their attention. So I was just pacing, singing my songs there up and down, nikingojea kifunguo. Nikaona kifunguo iko mbali, there was traffic and all that. I had to call one of our caretakers and somehow we opened the kitchen window where I used to put another key ya nyumba. That's where I got and opened the door. So as I was just pacing in the house, I remember, I had to call someone, a friend of mine. I called her and I told her to come. She rushed very fast. And then she was helping me out in the house, preparations here and there. She even prepared some food for me. And she told me, nasikianga uko ukienda lazima ukule. So I started eating, but ilikuwa uchungu ikikuja ninawacha. So when it reached around 12 noon, she called her sister who was a nurse then. And then the sister said, hey, imefikia sahi, contractions, they are coming after every 2 minutes. She might give birth in the house if you guys are not careful. Rush her to the hospital. So that's when we rushed downstairs. And then we took a cab to the hospital. And then I was admitted. So I continued laboring, hiyo afternoon yote, laboring, and then it ficad around in the evening. So they had to induce me again. I was induced. The pain was too much, but I thank God for the grace. God normally gives women the grace to bear such pain because you cannot compare the amount of pain a woman goes through during that period. So I labored until around 10 p.m. where I actually gave birth by the grace of God. But I remember the doctor telling me after I'd given birth that you are very lucky. So I didn't quite understand why he told me I was very lucky. And he told me that, your baby alikuwa mechoka kwa tumbo na there's this what they call meconium. The baby alikuwa mekunywa ile maji chafu sasa na alikuwa mechoka. So actually I was to be operated on, but by the grace of God, I gave birth normally. So the baby was okay and I was okay, and we got discharged the next day.
And ndo ujue by the way, mtoto ndo upeana, Mungu ndo upeana mtoto, sorry. Mungu ndo upeana mtoto. It's the first pregnancy, we had envisioned what we want. We wanted a boy, yes, and also the hospital, we set it that whether normally or through CS, we had even opened an account for the baby, and we knew whatever come may, so we will have this child in this kind of hospital, and it happened so. But with second pregnancy, it was funny because the first one went smoothly the way we planned, and it came to pass. The second one we thought, okay, since itakuwa normally venye tulikuwa last time, and every time we go to clinics it was okay, the baby was just fine.
Actually this time I never had like
fact,
cravings ama nikose kukula. I used to eat anything eatable. I would eat. Sikuwa na marufu mbaya manini. I would eat anything. I was so
kutapika.
No, I was not vomiting. This second pregnancy was totally different. It was very...
So we anticipated itakuwa normal kama ya the first boy anaitwa Jamie. So we said itakuwa normal kama ya Jamie and everything will be okay. But towards the last day, when now we were going to the hospital, we had arranged, we know it's normal, we had already paid and everything. Then we were told, anaenda CS. So I'm like, CS how? Na inaendaje na imeanzaje? Because everything was normal until even the last day. We even went for the scan for the last day.
Yeah, I remember we went for the scan
and everything was okay.
Yeah, the baby was okay, I was okay, but it happened that night when of admission, since I think alikuwa amepita masiku na 2 weeks. Yeah, hakukuja on the D-Day, so alikuwa amepitisha masiku na 2 weeks, so I had to go back after 2 weeks. And they checked me and they said, now we'll have to admit you and induce you. So I was again induced, waiting for the labor now to come, because this time round labor haikukuja like the other one. I had to be induced immediately. Having been induced, waited and labored all that time until around 7 p.m. They checked the baby and me, and they said the baby was too big and the baby was not properly positioned in the right way, hence I couldn't like give birth normally. So I had to sign the terms and all that. I go to the theater, of which I did. I was taken to the theater. Thank God, the baby came out well, healthy and strong, and the baby was big. They were right about the size of the baby. The baby was too big, but we were all okay. We thank God. Sasa issue ilikuwa hapo kwa finances, because we had prepared that we will get a normal birth, but this time round it caught us unprepared, whereby already nishapelekwa CS. Now we have this quite a bill to clear, but we really thank God because we are very prayerful. So we trusted God. Within those 4 days that I was in hospital, we were able to raise that amount. And the last day, we had raised till the last cent, and we went back home with our baby. And we are really grateful to God.
But I thought we will get a baby girl. The second child.
By the way,
my wife hid that position, because you see the second one, I don't know, I wasn't so much going with her to the knee, because I was too busy. I was very busy easy times his second born, because I changed jobs, so nilikuwa nimengangana kabisa, too busy. So sikuweza kumpeleka clinics kama
and the scannings,
and everything, kama the first baby. So she hid the sex of the baby, the gender. She was like, Wotajua tu.
But you used to call the baby she. Whenever we prayed for her. She will be A, B, C,
and
D.
she's just looking at me.
I was saying amen. So I didn't want to nini. I was saying amen until that day. Hey, you are shocked. A boy again, but he's a handsome boy. Very good boy. With the second baby, actually we had not planned for it. I remember I just had some few body changes here and there while I was still working. Nilikuwa napenda kukula ugali lunchtime na matumbo. And then kausingizi kazuri in the afternoon. So I was wondering, kwani what's going on? And then a bit of nausea. So I thought maybe it was because I had traveled previously to Shags. Probably maybe it was just a malaria kidogo. So after a span of 3 months, I went to a chemist near at our place, and I asked the guy, can you please do some tests for me? Sana nifanyia malaria, because vile na feel hizi symptoms ni za malaria. So the guy was like, okay, nitakufanyia hiyo na pia PG. I was like, what's PG? Kaambia pregnancy test. Nikamwambia, why would you do that to me? I said mimi nataka tu hiyo malaria. Kaambia, no, we will not rule it out. Wacha tufanye tu zote. So mimi ndo huyo akanifanyia test, and then the guy was like, congratulations, you're expectant. Nilishtuka. I was still for some few seconds. A friend of mine, actually my colleague, alikuwa amenipeleka. She was so excited. Mimi nimebaki nimezuba. Niko, how? I actually asked the guy wa chemist, how did it happen? You know, I was so confused. How? It was so funny. Nilishtuka, as in sikuwa na expect. I was not expecting it. So I had to share the same surprise to my husband. He was like, "Hi, uko serious?"
By the way, it was like a joke until lazima ni to prove na wewe, because me I thought it was a joke.
So I had, by the way, I had to do another test.
So
I had to do another test.
It was a prank.
I had to do another test. Nikamuonyesha ndio hiyo. It's positive. Yes, hatuko tumeipanga. We were like expecting in the next maybe 1 or 2 years, but ilikuja by surprise. So during that time, as my husband was saying, alikuwa so caught up in work, changing jobs here and there, so he didn't have time. Comparing with the first child, he was there from day one. Clinics, test, wapi alikuwa ananipeleka. This other one, I had to go alone, and it was not so, how will I put it? It's always nice going with your partner to the clinics for the checkups and the counselings and all that. But this time, he really tried. He wanted to be there, but he couldn't. So I had to manage. Yes, you tried. The 2 or 3 times you came by, you really tried. You came through. But maybe what I can advise is that it's always good for couples to go together. Wakifanyiwa hizo tests, counseling, even the scans. You get to see how your baby is growing in the womb and all that. It's always something good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even as a father, you feel proud when you see your son kicking inside ndani ya tumbo huko kwa umbo.
Yeah.
Feel nice.
And also is it clinics, the antenatal clinics?
Mali kuna uoga kidogo unapewa wanaume na HIV test.
Hiyo ndio wanaogopanga, lakini lazima muende mfanyiwe. Unless unajishuku.
Tunajua tunashare vinyozi nini.
No.
So hizo tu ndo zinakwanga uoga kidogo, unasema hatuwezi kila mtu afanye yake alete personal nini hiyo.
But it's always good
but thing. It's good, it is. Ni kuna tu ka feeling fulani kama ambabo unabeba hiyo kibeti ya kwenda clinic nasikia raha.
And also I can maybe remind you the moment you did I think for both the first and the second child, there was a time I was caught up at work. I had meetings, so you had to take Divine, the second baby, to the clinic. He actually carried the baby na baby carrier, akambeba akampeleka clinic. Even the attendants huko walikuwa wanashangaa, mama mtoto alienda wapi? You know, they're like, it's not rare to find a man na mtoto anapeleka clinic. Probably the wife has run away. Walipigana jana usiku ama nini, ametoroka. But hapana, the father really wanted to take up, because I feel that I've not spent too much time, a lot of time with my son. Now let me take up this initiative, nimpeleke clinic. I know to many men it can be hard uonekane umebeba mtoto kwa barabara, ama umebeba hiyo bag ya mtoto unapeleka clinic, unaweza sema umekaliwa or something, but it's not. It's always a good thing. After you get to bond with your child, there's that bonding. Yeah. When I was told that I'll be taken to the theater, I had so much mixed feelings, as in I was still in labor. Kuna uchungu sana. So you naambiwa, you know what, mama, you need to sign this, we have to take you to theater, and I didn't want to go to the theater. That was the last thing in my mind. It wasn't even in my mind. So I also had to remember, I asked the nurse anipatie simu. Nilienda na simu yangu kwa theater, and I told them, before you even operate me, I have to call my hubby. And I remember I told you I was in so much pain. You were trying to tell me, I don't understand. What are you telling me? I was telling you, unajua nini? Ninapelekwa theater. Why are you going? Excuse me, you're asking me why I'm going, and I'm in so much pain. These people are telling me that I can't give birth.
Because, you know, it was, everything was okay, everything was fine.
I was trying to make you understand, because hata mimi mwenyewe sielewi.
So when you're telling me I'm going for theater, I'm like, theater kufanya nini? Because ama theater ni ile sasa you're going for labor. Is it now you're going for labor?
I was feeling,
because
even
when you're saying I'm going for theater, I don't know, napelekwa theater.
Ulikuwa kwanza hiyo time hata sikuwa nataka kuongelesha, kwa sababu sasa hiyo ninaumwa, alafu najaribu kuexplainia ninapelekwa theater, my friend, unaniuliza maswali za kwa nini?
You're not explaining anything. You're saying napelekwa theater. So I'm like, unapelekwa theater kufanya nini?
Nikakwambia mtoto ni
right now ndio sasa you're going for labor or something. No, unaniuliza maswali,
ulikuwa unaniuliza maswali mob until I remember I had to just throw my phone away.
That time was so confusing, because I knew everything was fine, and I was like, so theater inamaanisha nini?
I remember you told me nisiende. So I was like, nisiende. Do you know the kind of state I'm in? Ukiniambia nisiende, I want this pain to go away. As in, na unaniambia isiende, so what's the solution? Nikaona pata tuelewani. I had to throw my phone huko. Sasa nikiongea nilikuwa ninapelekwa mbio.
That time
prepared.
She hung up on me, by the way, kama tujamaliza. We didn't finish completely, as in this theater. What do you mean by this theater? Is it that labor imekuwa mbaya so unarashiwa kwa theater, ama kulikuwa na venye ulishaanza kuzaa and then something happened? So siezi ni, it's past curfew. By the way, it was past curfew already.
Then was curfew ilikuwa ni by 9.
By 9 wapi?
Ilikuwa 7.
Curfew ilikuwa 7.
Oh.
That time ndio curfew ilikuwa imeanza. It was June. Curfew ilikuwa by 7. So it's past curfew. I can't even come out of the house. Niende kwa hospital nijue ni nini. So you can imagine that night, phone I'm hang up the phone. I'm worried. I'm trying to call the hospital number. You're calling the number, hakuna kushikwa, hakuna nini. So I'm asking myself, nini na happen? Kuna complications zilitokea, maybe alikuwa ameenda kwa nini. So complication imetokea. Sasa sijui whether mtoto ako sawa, whether baba mama. I am telling you, that night I couldn't sleep. Calling everyone, uko karibu na hospital fulani, can you get me hata kama ni kabarua fulani niende nao osi, nitoke saa niende osi, because nilikuwa worried kabisa. Mie ni okay, but ni ile ni. Sasa akiniambia nenda theater, ajaniambia theater ni anaenda CS, by the way hata iko ati ni CS. So namwambia usiende theater, ngoja nikuje juu I know I need to sign some things, ama kama kuna venye mindo nafaa
do you know at that moment when I was even calling you, they had the papers, as in kwa mkono yangu hivi, you have to sign. At that state unaumwa nini, but wanakuambia lazima usign, even you don't know what you're signing. Mimi nilipiga tu sign hapo, hata sijui nimesign nini, nimeambiwa tu nini na sign ya kupeleka ku access theater bas.
But you see how worried I was, because the whole night,
even as I was signing, I was very worried, because from the stories that I get to hear from my friends, you watch videos and all that, they put story ya CS ni kitu painful and that you don't get to heal very quickly. You'll have lifetime as in difficulties, huwezi fanya vitu zingine. So hizo ndio vitu zilikuwa zina ring kwa mind yangu, how will I manage after this? Will I even get through this? And you even hear stories of people who got through the theater, wanafanywa CS, maybe the baby doesn't make through or even the mom. So I just had to pray ndio hiyo fear iniondoke. But I thank God hiyo wakati hata nikiwa kwa theater, actually since wanakudunga ile anesthesia, so you can't even feel yourself, your body becomes numb and all that, you don't get to feel that pain. Even that pain, ile pain ilikuwa na feel ile, but it ceased during that operation ya CS. Hata nikifikiria bado ndio watu wanajaribu actually I thought they were now trying or starting to operate on me, shock on me, naona mtoto anaekewa kwa uso, here is your baby. I was like, hey, kwani kitu may happen so fast? And they were even talking to me. So I didn't even get to feel your negativity ama vitu kama hizo. So after that, now after 6 hours you have to be like your body is still numb and iweze ku recuperate back to normal and all that. And then uzuri wa hospitali, they took care of the baby during those 6 hours. They gave the baby some milk and all that, and that is the time I got a bit time to rest and now recuperate. So after hapo, we were told that we really need to like walk so much, and we were told on the diet on what we need to eat so that we get to heal very fast. And I actually started working on it nikiwa tuko kwa hospitali. I remember I used to go downstairs, kuna maji nacha hiyo ya juu na teremka. Even the nurses were like, wow, you're going to heal very fast, it's good for you to exercise and do all that. That's what I did, and exactly after 2 weeks I was so okay. Hata ungesema that nilikuwa nimetoka CS ama nini, I was so much okay. The wound had already healed. The outward wound has already healed. So the inner one takes around 6 months to heal. But at least I was able to do 1 or 2 things in the house. And right now I'm okay. I don't even remember saa zingine kama I went through the CS or not. But
the ordeal was ni kabisa, because I remember hiyo night kama sikulala, then at 5, because curfew by 5 ilikuwa nini, so by 5 me waking up nijaribu kutafuta venye the firstborn will remain, nikimbia hospitali niangalie ni nini ilifanyika, because no communications, nothing. And then the phone was just hung up, sijaongea na hospitali. So when I rushed there, nili have kungoja until around 7, from 5 to 7, just sitting at the bay, nobody's telling me the news. Then sasa ndio nakuja kugundua hii kwenda theater ilikuwa ni CS. And then now they are telling me the bill. I'm like, mbona mtu hakuniita ama kunipigia simu aniambie? Now it has changed from what you are paid to now theater. Hii sasa theater inamaanisha alikuwa anaenda CS, and we could talk about it na tujue na wani prepare, because they think it's only mother and anaenda through your ordeal. But you know, even fathers, you seated there, you don't know what to expect. Unaambiwa tu theater, mimi sio nini jue, okay, theater inamaanisha mtu anaenda CS or something. So also as parents, fathers also should also be prepared psychologically, should also be told these things, so that hata yakijua anasikia hiyo theater ama ni reason kwa nini inakuwa ako at peace. Because that night I couldn't sleep. Unajaribu kupiga hii, please get me, napigia makarao wajaribu kunitafutia hata kama nikapass nipite nayo niende nione OC. And then by then corona na curfew ilikuwa so much, so hata kutoka tu kwa gate ilikuwa ni shida. So you see the whole night your pressure yote niligo through. I don't know whether yeye ndiye amekuwa na complications akigive birth, ama ni mtoto hata labda ametoka kama amekufa or something, I don't know. So mimi nakatu pale sasa ni maombi tu. Naomba tu Mungu, let it be just okay. Yani ikuwe okay. Labda mimi ndo sikusikia vizuri, wacha ikuwe ni mimi ndo sikusikia chochote. But and then pia hospitali pia as a father or a parent, you need to be around, you need to be there, because things like signing, labda alikuwa na sign Kenya hata ajui, saizi akirudi kwa hiyo hospitali ambiwe when did you sign, anaangalia anashindwa how did I sign, ama hii ni nini nilisign.
But honestly I didn't even know what I was signing. Nile tu
because somebody sober at that particular time ndiye anafaa kuangalia asome aziwe okay, I agree. If something happens, sisi ndio tuko lab na tuko sawa.
That's where the fathers need to be there.
But all in all, God worked miracles, and here we have 2 handsome children.
Yes.
Baby Jamie, who is now 4 years, celebrated 4 years, and then we have Divine Amor. Amor is a Luo word, namaanisha happiness. So
we are grateful.
For them.
What I can advise the women out there is that since the first day you have discovered that you have conceived, start praying. Prayers works and they move mountains. Start praying for yourself and also for that baby, because pregnancy is a battle. It's actually a spiritual battle, and it starts from within, from the womb. So start praying as early as possible, and you can also involve your spiritual parents, maybe your prayer partner, somebody to be praying for you. For me, during that time, I had my pastors praying for me, my parents, my husband. I had people around me praying for me. So prayers will always move mountains, and you'll never go wrong when praying. Continue praying and also prepare before. You never know, just prepare. Hata kama unajua unaenda normal, just prepare tu hata kama ni ya yes, but just prepare on both sides. Isikupate off guard. Start preparations early enough, and always make sure that you are accompanied by your partner or your husband when you go for the antenatal clinics, for the scans, for the checkups. Kila kitu mnaenda pamoja. It will help you as the baby bonding together, and it will also help you as a family kukuja pamoja.
To the fathers and upcoming fathers, usiache wife and through this nini alone, because I remember I know hii kitu ni journey we should take together. It's a journey we should walk together as couples, or even maybe as the father of the baby, because mtoto anatoka hata unaona tu ile mapenzi. The child the bond starts from the womb, because if you check my second born and the first born, my first born loves me so much. In fact, nikiingia hivi kwa nyumba yo kimbia that kahag, hata ukiwa ulikuwa nje nini, that kahag inakuonyesha tu kuna ka bond fulani we've had. And compared to this second one, anakuangalianga tu, nimeingia ujaingia ni sawa, nimeachwa na wewe sijaachwa na wewe ni sawa. But this first one, there is that ka bond, hata anajua, hata mamake anajua kabisa, yani kuna tu kale ka love kuanzia tu utotoni kabisa. Aliacha akienda job, because alipata job yenye iko too demanding na nini. So mtoto hata nilikuwa naachwa na mtoto akiwa na 6 months, na hata ajali, he won't cry, ako pale, ako tu nini. Tumeanza hata tuko naenda naye job at 6 months, nilikuwa nambeba naenda naye job. Tunakaa hapo, amekaa the whole day, jioni tunarudi naye, na hata huwezi jua ni kama mamake ako around. So as young fathers or fathers, upcoming fathers, please be in the journey of your wife's pregnancy. Utapata kuwa this child atakupenda zaidi, na pia uta have kujua what is going on in this life, because now from that experience I had the first time, na hii experience niko now the second one, I'll tell you it's good to be in that journey pamoja. So kama uendangi clinic na your wife, start today.
And that was our burn in the oven stories.
I hope you've learned something.
Thank you.